I've just come on the airport shuttle down to downtown Auckland, and it runs down the Queen Street. The Queen Street actually serves pretty much all of the hotels, all of the high street and other service facilities from if you're coming in from the airport, and it would terminate here at the cruise liners would come up there to the ferry port, and all of the ferry boats would actually also anchor down here. So we are looking at the customs house, which is with the ferry terminal building and the clock tower, and as you would always see, Hong Kong, Shanghai anchored there because a lot of Chinese are doing a lot of business out here. Copthorne Hotel just out there, New Zealand Bank, PricewaterhouseCoopers, AMPS, and the ferries terminal. All I can say is I was here back in early or late 90s, and there was the America's Cup sailing event going on out here. All I did was got on one of the sailing boats, went out and followed the guys around doing the sail challenge. Anyway, all this has changed. This is an amazing building. I don't know what it is, a wave? Or is it the ferry terminal building, I guess? And creating recreational art center. The downtown ferry terminal here. Just similar to Sydney style. Take you across to different islands across the Auckland Bay. Here at the ferry terminal, just up there, it shows there, there's a place where you can actually buy the harbour tours as well as the wine country tours. All that is because there are few islands out there that can actually take you out on a cruise and then take you out on an island tour. And with the island tour, you could also get a flavor of the island lifestyle. Here we have Waiheke Island, Rangitoto Island, and we are downtown Auckland. So there are 4 or 5 islands about which you can do on a daily cruise. There, set off about in the morning and one in the afternoon. From ferry terminal all the way along here, they've kind of redeveloped the entire area. All to spoil, you've got subway, some of the old traditional lampposts here along the side of the ferry terminal building. Sailboats, premonitions of human endurance. This is what you would normally get sailing on one of these sail ships, and endurance of that human ambition is fulfilled through amazing amount of exhaustion of energy. I'm at the harbour quays, just where the Australian team's boat is just down there with the mast standing right up there. The sails are taken out, so this is it. When you sail around, there's another team just out there called the Stein Lager, and one of those teams compete for the America's Cup here in South Pacific Ocean. During the America's Cup, the port is absolutely filled with all the competitors from around the world: Europe, America, Australia, and Far East in Australia. Now you got the Emirates sponsored again. This is becoming a joke. The Middle Easterns, the Chinese, the Japanese are sponsoring majority of these events around the world, and hence very much the funding and the money is actually coming from these giants who are going to pretty much take over absolutely everything there is to be on this planet, and we truly haven't got our sense worked out yet as to how to stop that happening. It is continuous number of exploitation by these Middle Eastern companies and Asian companies taking over what used to be a sport, what used to be a way of challenging sports on this planet. Anyway, I'm unable to explain as to where we are heading. Somehow it is quite predictable, the direction of very much of these sports are going to be very much manipulated by the funding and the funds that are being invested in, just like the football teams out in Europe. The entire football scene is owned and controlled by few individuals, from Russians to Chinese to few Asians. So yeah, there we are. Anyhow, I'm here in Auckland, down by the quay, on this little cul-de-sac section. That little tower out there used to be able to do bungee jumping and all sorts of scaling up to that mast up there. I have no idea if that is possible any longer, as how the world is heading. The world is pretty unpredictable, hence the security affairs would not allow anyone to scale up there anymore. As well as, I don't know if the bungee is still going. I'll find that out when I get closer to that tower. Okay.